someone who's making a lot of news and
Don't y'all be shady.
a lot of controversy this week was none other than Sister Soldier, formerly of the greatest show that we voted earlier this year on television history, Raven Symone. She was on the Cosby Show, as we all know, as Little Sister Olivia. Well, she went on Mother Oprah's show. I didn't know Oprah was still doing like Where Are They Nows and everything like that, but apparently she is. And she went on Oprah's Where Are They Now, and she basically told Oprah that she's been good and she decided that she's not going to be black anymore. She said, quote, she doesn't want to be labeled gay, something else that she revealed that we already knew because she tweeted it last year. She doesn't want to be labeled gay or African American anymore. She said, quote, I'm tired of being labeled. I'm an American. I'm not an African American. I'm an American. Oprah gagged. She said, oh, girl, don't set Twitter up on fire. Oh, my Lord, what did you just say? Raven responded with the following. I mean, I don't know where my roots go. I don't know how far back they go. I guess she hasn't heard of Ancestry.com. I don't know what country in Africa I'm from, but I do know that my roots are in Louisiana. I'm an American, and that's a colorless person. Oprah then warned her that, you know, she would get, quote, a lot of flack for saying that you're not African American. And Oprah said, I don't want you to say what you really, she said, I want you to say what you really mean by that and clarify it so everyone doesn't get, you know what I'm saying, the wrong impression. Raven clarified it saying, quote, what I really mean by that is I'm an American. That's really what I mean. I have darker skin. I have a nice, interesting grade of hair. I connect with Caucasian. I connect with Asian. I connect with Black. I connect with Indian. I connect with each culture. She didn't say anything about the Latinos, so I guess she does not connect with them. So that's what Raven Symone had to say about being a colorless person in America and how she wants to be, you know, categorized now. A lot of people got upset about it on Twitter, of course, as Oprah predicted, including a blog post by Boston.com. Actually did a whole article on it, and they basically told Raven why she was wrong. She said, quote, the most wrong-headed portion of the 28-year-old actress's comments, however, is that she thinks that America is, quote, colorless. America is not at all colorless. If Americans were colorless, white people wouldn't get away with racist caricatures of the first black president. They wouldn't rage when an Indian American woman from New York won Miss America. To quote Toni Morrison, quote, in this country, American means white. Everyone else has to hyphenate. To aspire to be a colorless American is to aspire to be in America free of the burden of color, i.e. the desire to be white. James Baldwin once said that whiteness, quote, took generations and a vast amount of coercion. So that's what this person from the Boston.com article had to say about that. Of course, Twitter has some things to say, including some of these very nicely put things. Raven Symone made some rather forward-thinking points in that Oprah interview. Melting pot generation is in full swing. That's one comment from @AngelHaze. Someone else tweeted, I understand Raven Symone's ultimate goal to break away from labels, but completely disowning your own race was a bit drastic. Crystal said, people who want to avoid labels always want to avoid the ones that reflect minority status, like Raven embracing American but not gay. And lastly, someone tweeted, Raven Symone is too rich to be dealing with that petty blackness. Don't y'all get it? These new blacks all have that in common. They rich. So guys, I didn't think this was such a big deal. I've gotten a lot of people that told me I need to talk about it today for various reasons, so I'll let you guys have the floor, and I guess I'll give my opinion later, but I don't think it's important. Dex, you go ahead.
Oh, God. So, people, please, like, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinions, right? So, like, at the end of the day, after this, like, I don't need anybody to say anything to me. It's just my opinion. But, like, I agree with what she said. Like, I agree 100%. Like, I've said it time and time again. Like, I don't really consider myself an African American only because I don't know if I have any origins that stem from Africa. Like, I know my life in Texas, and I know my life in Mississippi. I know
that willful ignorance, or like you can easily find that.
Ignorant, it's stupid. Yeah, it is. It is. And the thing is, like, I just don't know. I've never known, and like I would love to actually know. But like, you know, growing up, you talk to your relatives. You want to know like where you come from and everything. And if they can't tell you, yeah, sure, there's websites you can pay for them to go look up stuff for you. Or you know, you can try to research as much as you can, but if you can't really find that and you don't do that or whatever, you just don't identify with African American. People ask me all the time, am I Haitian? So now if I run around saying, oh yeah, I'm African American, but like in one day I figure out that I'm Haitian, then I should have been Haitian American all this time. It's just, to me, I know my life. I was born in Houston, Texas, so I know I'm a Texan. I know I'm an American citizen. I know that. That's what I can run with. That's factual. I can back that up. I can't back up anything about me saying that I'm African American. And
But
I
you
have
can
no
say that you're black. Like you don't have to say African American. You're like we all know that you're
Yeah,
black.
but you're not gonna run around and say that you're a black American. You don't need to do that. You're an American. You're an American. That's what you are. You just so
But you're not
happen to be
colorless. You're not
black.
color. You have a color.
When
Okay,
people
but I don't. But
that's
your
what
color has
you're
nothing to do.
black.
Like people who are like white, they don't call themselves a white
Because they're
American.
majority. That's why they don't call themselves that, because American means white in this country.
That's not. But look, you can say that you think American means white, but to me that doesn't. To me, American means that you were born in the United States of America. That's what American means to me. So when I say that I'm not African American, that means I wasn't born in Africa. I was born
I
in
mean, it's nice to
America.
think that, and that's what it's supposed to mean, but theoretically, that's
Then you
not what
can't,
it
then
means.
you can't get mad at somebody for going by what the definition actually means. You can't get mad at that. They can't be mad at Raven or Raven or myself because that's what we think. That's all we know. I can't change what I don't know. I can't claim something that I've never like grasped. I don't know that I'm not an African American. I don't know
So,
that.
someone tweeted, but don't Raven got millions? She could invest in some genealogy test for $59.99. Boniface, what do you think about Raven Symone basically saying that she doesn't have a color. She's
I
just
think
blank.
while I understand both her and Dex's point of view, and them forwardly thinking that they don't want to identify as African Americans, when everybody else sees you, that's how they identify you. It doesn't matter what you are. They see you as black. They see you as African American, whether you identify yourself with it or not. I understand the forward mentality of, oh, America, the whole hippie, everybody's high. We don't see color. That's BS. In this country, especially in this country, you see color. I know that my roots are in Africa, and I know that my roots are in the Dominican Republic and in Haiti. I know that. I know that because I did my research, and that's what I know. But it is an absolute shame anytime one person does not know themselves. While I understand it's hard to know just where you come from because our history was raped and it was pillaged and it was stolen from us, that is no excuse for you to not know at least, up to your great grandmother or your great great grandmother. Like it's ridiculous to me that in 2014 you can consider yourself, you say, oh, I don't want to label myself, oh, but here's the label right here, an American. That is stupid. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Ty, do you think this is a big deal? I don't, but I'll tell you why afterwards. But do you think this is a big deal, and if so, what do you think?
A big deal. I don't want to say it's a big deal. I believe that when you're rich, you can label yourself however you'd like. I unfortunately don't have the luxury, so as for me and my household,
Come on.
we are African Americans and
Thank you.
also known as blacks. Now, if that's what she wants to be called, then I don't knock her for that. I'm not going to tell her that she needs to be calling herself what she wants to call herself. However, I feel the need to identify myself as set apart because I feel like we come from a rich history. We made it very far. I'm very proud of where we're going as a people. Therefore, I'm going to acknowledge that I'm a part of that people always and forever. So however she wants to do it is her business. I'm going to, just like, you're not going to tell me, well, you're not African American, you're an American. Now, and I will vehemently disagree with you. Because
And the point is she's trading one label for another. Okay, you say that you don't want to be confined to a label, but yet you call yourself American.
Which is a label.
Just call yourself a person. I mean, why are you limiting yourself to another label then? She's contradicting herself. First of all, I don't think it's a big deal because, like that last person, the last tweet that we read, people who are rich have the affordability. They can afford to do this because they don't have to worry about institutional racism, and that's the thing that's holding us down right now. They don't have to worry about the things or applying for a job where Raven Symone has $400 million in the bank. She's been rich since she was 4. So she hasn't had to identify necessarily with being, a black person in America or an African American in America. I'm not going to sit here and say that she's had the perfect life and she's gotten everything that she's applied for, because I'm sure she hasn't. But I cannot expect her to feel the same way about being a black person in America as a normal person in Ferguson, Missouri. Like, you can't expect her to identify with that. That's why I don't think it's a story, because well, I never expected her to act like she was a black person necessarily. You get what I'm saying? I never expected it in the first place because she's always been rich. She's never had to deal with the struggles, quote unquote, that most of us have to deal with.
So for those of us coming up on the rough side of the mountain, we're African Americans. So Raven Symone, have a good one, and I wish you the best.
So you have a color, Ty.
Pardon?
You have a color.
I do.
Dex doesn't have. Dex, you don't have a color, right?
I'm labeled all the way to and through, labeled down.
Dex, are you colorless or?
I never said that I don't have a color. Like you took Raven's thing and just combined it with mine. I said I don't know like the whole back. I said I don't consider myself African American because I don't know the whole background origins of it. I never said I'm not black. I never said that. I said I'm an American, which I am because I was born in America.
Wait, here's my question,
Jason.
Wait. When you fill out an application, what circle do you bubble in?
Well, you
White,
don't really have,
like
you don't
what
really
circle
have
do
many.
you fill in?
You don't really have many choices when it comes to that. Like when you do it, it's African Americans because you don't have a choice. Like obviously, when it comes to that, you have to do that.
You can always check off other and put American. So what bubble do you fill in?
Again, like I don't feel like I have a choice when it comes to that, so I select African American because that's the only thing that's there.
I mean, there's always the other bubble, and you can slide in American.